Okay, hey you guys, welcome. I'm so excited that y'all are here this morning. Today, we are going to talk about one of the foundational concepts for leadership, okay? But first, here's the thing. I need you guys to really care about being a leader. Like, I want you to flip a switch in your mind this morning. Flip that switch, says, I can be a leader. It's important for me to be a leader, and I want to be a leader. Maybe you're a mom, maybe you're a wife, maybe you're a church member, you might be an employee, you might be a boss. I know for sure that you are a Plexus ambassador. And what we are going to learn today can apply to your life in every area, okay? All areas. I know that God did not put us here to float through this life, just taking punches as they come, rolling over, being a zombie through our day, snoozing through our day, being mediocre. Okay, we are here to make an impact for his kingdom. We are here to make a difference in this world. We are here to help and serve other people. Okay, so have I convinced you, you guys? I want you to want to be a leader. That is step one. You just need to care about it. So I want you to care about this. It's important. I want you to change your life so that you can then go make an impact in your children's life, in your marriage, in your church, in this world, on your team, in our company, at work. John Maxwell says, I've heard him say this many times, that leadership is influence. Nothing more, nothing less. Leadership is influence. So the definition of influence is the capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone. The capacity to have an effect on the character, development, or behavior of someone. So, if leadership is influence, then if you can increase your influence with others, then you can lead more effectively. Here's the thing with leadership. Leadership is not a noun, it's a verb. It's an action. Leadership is moving. So yesterday, when I was inviting some of you guys to this call, one of you guys said in the chat, you said, I think it was something like, I'll try to be there, but I don't feel like much of a leader. That was the response. Well, how many of you guys, if you did get an invitation to this, or when you saw the topic on the team page, or whenever you heard about what the topic of the coffee talk was going to be today, you also thought, I don't feel like much of a leader? Be honest. Anyone else out there? Tell me in the chat, raise your hand. Like, who out there doesn't feel like much of a leader? Because it's no secret that many of us feel as though we are not naturally gifted in leadership. And we don't even know where to start. We feel like the idea of leading others is like the blind leading the blind. Okay, am I hitting anyone out there? Are you with me? You kind of think, I don't know where to start. I don't know where to move from here. We maybe have a sense of where we want to go and where we want to take our teams, but we can't figure out how to budge from this spot that we are in. Here is what I know. Your leadership ability today, it is whatever it is. We can't change the past, right? But you absolutely can change the future. So today, I want you to make a choice. I want you to make a decision that you are going to learn to climb the levels of leadership and continue to improve yourself. And if you do, your team and your life will be positively impacted. However, if you choose to stay complacent, then y'all may as well just get comfy and cozy, because it's likely that your situation is going to remain the same. So So leadership is this process, and y'all, it is a lifelong process. Am I sitting here? Okay, we're about to go over the 5 levels of leadership in case you missed the memo. Am I sitting here on my high horse thinking I am a level 5 leader? No way. I have so much more to learn. I have so many areas in my life where I need to grow. I am constantly a work in progress. But if we can understand how to move through the levels, move from level 1 to 2, from 2 to 3, all the way up to 5, then we can expand our leadership, which means we can expand our influence, which means we can expand our effectiveness. Now, I want you guys to understand that the higher you go in these levels, the greater your return. You might have to sacrifice and give more to climb to the higher levels, but you receive more too. And I'm not talking about like you receive more as far as like rank and money, but you are receiving more as far as making an impact in this world, like growing yourself, stepping into who God has created you to be, and not climbing these levels. You are limiting yourself. You are limiting your influence, you're limiting your potential, and you are definitely limiting your team. Okay, now I'm gonna throw some resources and books at you guys today. I am obsessed with, in fact, this is like one of my favorite books of all time, 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership. If you do not possess this book, and if you have not worked through this book, this is step 1. In fact, I'm going to give you everything you need to know for 5 levels. Okay, if you want to get the book and read it, awesome. I'm about to just give it to you today. This is what you want. And you guys, listen, there is a workbook version of this book, and the workbook version is the book. Like, you're not just, you know how some books, it's like you have the workbook and then you have the book? No, this is the workbook and book in one. So go find the workbook version of this book, work through it, and change your life, okay? But the very first, gosh, I think it's number 1, the very first law of leadership, I know it is actually, because I've read this a bazillion times, is the law of the lid, okay? So 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, number 1 is the law of the lid. And it states that leadership ability determines a person's level of effectiveness. Okay, leadership ability determines a person's level of effectiveness. That means if your leadership is a 3, I want you guys to really think about this. If your leadership is a 3, then obviously your effectiveness is not going to be any higher than a 3. Okay, now there's another law in here that's the law of respect. And the law of respect says that people naturally follow leaders stronger than themselves. That means that if you remain a 3, you will likely not attract or keep leaders better than a 2. Think about that, you guys. So reaching our potential creates an environment for others to reach theirs. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever signed a rock star? Like, I mean, you're talking like you bring someone into this business, or they jump in and they get the products with you, and you are like, that person is diamond material. Like, you're thinking in your head, diamond material. They're amazing. They're going to the top. And then nothing happens. I just want you to think about this. If you remain a 3, you will likely not attract or keep leaders better than a 2. Reaching our potential creates an environment for others to reach theirs. Okay? I have signed plenty of people that are way better than me. They just are. They're more influential. They're better leaders. And then when I do, I know that I have to level up. I have to level up with them. Because if I just kick dirt and keep my fingers crossed and hope for the best, guess what's going to happen? They're going to fizzle away. Okay? And I want you to feel empowered and confident enough to go after people who are your dream teamers. I want you to feel empowered enough to go after people who are more influential than you, who maybe have a stronger social media game than you. But when you do, you have to level up, okay? So let's talk about the levels. Let's dig in. Level 1, we're gonna start at the bottom. And this is where we all start. This is the position level. At level 1, we all start with a title. So actually, let me share my screen because I want you guys to see. Let me pull up this image right here. And I want you guys to see these different levels. You can simply Google the 5 levels of leadership and then click images, and you're gonna see images like this. But we're starting at the bottom, okay? And our goal is to move up through the 5 levels. That's what we're gonna do today. So we are starting with level 1 position right now. So I just wanted you guys to see that, and that's kind of the graphic that we are gonna be working through. So your title might be ambassador. You might have just clicked join, and right now in Plexus, your title is ambassador. You might be silver or gold. You might be senior ruby. You might be a sapphire. I don't know where you're at, but people at level 1 follow you because you have the title, okay? I think of my first title is mom, okay? So my kids, they're having to listen to me, you guys. Literally, I am their mom. Mom is my title, so they have to listen to me, right? When I was a teacher, Mrs. Eichenhorst, teacher, was my title. So my students had to obey me because of my title. Think about different job environments. You know, you might have a boss and you have to follow them because of their title. This is the beginning of our leadership journey. In Plexus, we get a title when we click join. It doesn't make you a leader. When you click join and you have the title of ambassador, you're not automatically a leader. And I want you guys to think about, a lot of people do have a position of leadership, but they're not good leaders, right? Think back to a job that you've had with a boss that had a title, but was a really bad leader. Can anyone think of someone like that? We've all probably experienced that. Okay, so a lot of us in Plexus, maybe we've used the influence that we do have to bring someone in, and then who's guilty here? You've done nothing with them. Like, you've not partnered with them on their health journey. You've not casted vision for the opportunity. You've literally signed them up and then like kept your fingers crossed that something along the way would just click or happen, right? This is you using your title. You've used your title, you've got them in, and you're not doing everything that you can be doing to be the most effective. So, you know, if I were to ask you guys today, what is one thing that you might change to improve the effectiveness of your business? Some of you guys might say like growth. I want more growth on my team. That's going to change the effectiveness of my business. Some might say more customers, more volume. Some might say training. Maybe I need to do more training. You might say promotions. I want more promotions on my team. But you guys, the most important factor that is going to affect all of the things that I just listed is you. You, Kayla and Stephanie and Carmen and Cindy and Kristen and Carrie and Sarah and Lisa and Janice, you change. You change. Y-O-U. You change, and then you watch the effectiveness of your business change. So realizing that you are in this position of influence, like you brought someone in, you have the title of ambassador, right? But realizing I have the potential to grow, this is the basis for level 1. So I want you to feel really, really excited that you have a starting place to learn and grow. So what are some best practices here at level 1? If you are level 1, best practices. Number 1, don't expect people to blindly follow you. Just getting someone in, y'all, in Plexus, I promise you, I feel like we think that getting someone in is 95% of the work, right? Like that's what we think. We got him, we signed him. Yes, we think that's 95%. It's 5%. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5%. It seems like it's the hardest part of it, but it is not. That is just the start. You're literally just scratching the surface when they say yes and they get their products. You cannot have this positional mindset and think, yay, I brought them in and now they're just gonna follow me to the top. The top? What is that? Have you casted vision for the business? Have you walked them alongside of them on their health journey? Get out there, get your hands dirty. Bury yourself in industry books. If you don't know best practices on how to share our products or this opportunity, guess what? Guess what? The resources are abundant, okay? They're everywhere. Probably, I would bet, someone prove me wrong. I have books right here. I have books up there. I literally have shelves and shelves of books on how to be an awesome network marketer, on how to be an incredible leader, on how to improve influence, sales, on how to be a better friend. I mean, like, learning, get your hands dirty, okay? Read How to Rock Your Network Marketing Business. Read GoPro, read Millionaire by Halftime, read Go for No. If you don't know how to do a three-way call or a three-way chat, or you don't know the best practices in following up, learn them, okay? If you're not utilizing social media to the fullest extent, figure it out, okay? Oh, and follow your leaders. If you see someone successful, pivoting, doing something different, emulate that. They've seen success. I hope you guys are following the jewels on our team. I hope if you see someone learning how to do something new on Instagram or on Facebook, that you're thinking, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put that next on my list. Guess what, you guys? I'm on Instagram. I didn't take an Instagram class. Like, no one held my hand and showed me how to do an Instagram reel. Everything is figure outable. I figured it out. You wanna know how I figured it out? I Googled that business. How to make an Instagram reel. And then guess what I did? I watched YouTube. And then guess what I did? I had a failing forward mindset and said, I'm gonna make a reel and it's probably gonna stink, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And I'm gonna put it out there and I'm gonna learn from it. And maybe the next one is gonna be better. And maybe the next one is gonna be better. And guess what? If you don't know what an Instagram reel is, maybe your first step is get over on Instagram, okay? And you can follow me on Instagram and you can look at my reels. They're fun. You guys, get out of your comfort zone, okay? If you see one of your leaders reading a book, hosting a book study, get up in that. You want to be a part of that. You want to be reading what they're reading, learning what they're learning. Okay, number two, not level two, best practices if you're a level one. Second, number two, best practice. I want you to focus on the responsibility that you have because you carry this title. I want you to think about making a difference in the lives of the people that you are bringing into Plexus. It's time to start moving and taking others with you. And we have a product that is changing lives and an opportunity that is changing lives. When have you arrived, my friends? Well, for me, my mindset is I've arrived when I don't know anyone that's in debt and when I don't know anyone that is struggling with blood sugar or gut health issues. All right? So I certainly haven't arrived. Learn who your people are, find out what they need, and then help them achieve their goals. And in return, you are going to achieve yours. So the upside of level one is that it's a place where you and I get to shape and define our leadership. We get to work on ourselves as a leader and define who we are. The downside is that people that follow you are going to give you the least amount of their energy and effort at this level. Can any of you relate? Like, you brought people in and they're not giving you their energy and effort. They're going to give you the least of their time, the least of their ability, the least of their effort and mind. But the good news is that you don't have to stay there. Y'all, level one is a great place to visit, but you don't want to live there, okay? So you're going to be really encouraged by level two. You ready for it? You're going to be really encouraged by this. Level two, moving from level one to level two requires the greatest personal change from a leader. It requires you to change your beliefs and attitudes towards other people and leadership. This is the level where we become a servant leader and our mindset shifts from me to we. Okay, it's not just about you. It's not just about you getting to silver, you getting to gold, or you hitting your goals. You're shifting from me to we. At this level, you have to work to gain people's permission. Level 2 is the permission level. So how do you do that? The key word is relationships, and people follow you because they want to. There is a difference in following someone because you have to. They're your boss. You know, it's your mom. My kids have to follow. I'm their mom. You know, it's a title. And following because you want to. Don't you want the people that are product users coming to you and saying, okay, tell me more about this business. Okay, tell me more about these other products. So what's happening here between level 1 and level 2? You've connected with your people relationally. Relationship, relationship, relationship. Relationships with people are the foundation with leadership. At this level, you have to work to gain people's permission. So how do you do that? How do you do that? All right, I'm going to give you a couple tips on how you do that. So we're on level 2, but I'm going to give you tip 1. So we did level 1, I gave you some tips. Level 2. You have to develop a people-oriented leadership style. The keywords here are listen, learn, then lead. Listen, learn, then lead. So this is what it looks like to be a level 2 leader. You want to listen to your people, listen to their stories, find out about their hopes and their dreams, become acquainted with their aspirations, pay attention to their emotions. From there, this is where you're going to learn about people, discover what's valuable to them, and then lead based upon what you've learned. Okay? This level is all about adding value to others. So we have to shift our mindset to servant leadership. Okay? This is loving others, connecting with people, serving them, helping connect the information that's in their head to their heart. Okay? Guys, it takes effort to connect gut health to the heart, okay? Help people see that with more energy, they can be more vibrant as a mother, that they can be more effective in other areas of their life. It's not just about the head knowledge, head to heart, help them understand that taking care of your health is preventative, right? We're looking for longevity in this life. We want to live longer. We want to live healthier so we can do more. I want to live to see my great grandchildren, right? My great grandma is still here. She has her 40-year-old granddaughter and a 14-year-old grandson. That's what I want. I want that longevity so that I can make an impact for generations in my family. That's connecting to the heart. Okay. Next little tip in level 2. Okay, so tip 2, level 2. The founder of Chick-fil-A said, do you know how to see who needs encouragement? If they are breathing, they need a pat on the back. Okay, do you know how to see who needs encouragement? If they are breathing, they need a pat on the back. This is when you become the chief encourager to your team. People enjoy affirmation from a peer, but they really value it from their leader. The words, I'm so glad you're in Plexus. You add incredible value to our team. That means a lot coming from an upline, right? Think about the people that you brought into Plexus. They might be taking Plexus and their husband or their wife might not be noticing the changes. Like they might, but you coming from you, like I see you being consistent. I see you saying no to sodas or whatever, because you've relationally gotten to that level where they're communicating these things to you. That means something. It means something. Okay, next tip in level 2. This is the level where people need to buy into you. And when they do, they can buy into the vision. They can buy into we want them to buy into you so that they can get the vision. So here are the ways that you can earn some credibility with your people in this business. Number one, the most obvious, work on their relationship. Be honest and authentic. You don't have to be your best version of Melissa Eichenhorst. Please don't be. I'm not that great, okay? I want you to be the best version of you, okay? Another piece to this, you guys, is to hold yourself to a high standard and set a good example. Man, don't you dare ask your team to do anything that you are not doing or that you are unwilling to do. Don't ask your product users to come in and be consistent on their products if you're not consistent on your products. Don't ask your team to post on social media and step out of their comfort zone if you're not stepping out of your comfort zone, okay? We have so many incredible women on our team, incredible examples of people who lead by example. Mandy Brummels, what? That girl. If you are on Mandy's team, I hope you are in lockstep with her. Just do what she does and you're gonna find success. Kim Tharp, she gets it, that she is constantly sharing Plexus, connecting with new people, expanding her network, loving on her people. Oh my God, that woman, how many of you are not on Kim Tharp's team and she has made an impact in your business? Hello? She leads events, she answers questions, she adds so much value. What on earth? Tressa Hyde, you guys. I mean, I could go on and on. Angela Betzel. These women are leading their teams by example. You are not going to have credibility with the people that you are trying to build a relationship with if you're just building the relationship and you're not showing them that you are leading the way, okay? Another way to build credibility with your team is to give them tools to work their business more effectively. You guys, this is something I strive to do all the time. I just showed you a new worksheet that our team, we developed this. I want to give you a tool. I want to give you the tools. I want to give you the power hours. I want to give you the worksheets. I want to give you the training. Hey, thanks for showing up, right? Okay, I want to give you these tools so that you can work your business more effectively. And then we've got to help them achieve their personal goals. So make it your primary goal to add value to your people, and your credibility factor will increase significantly. You are going to discover without a doubt that it is so much more exciting to see your people reach their goals than it is for you to reach your goals. Y'all, I'm thrilled that I have hit the shopping spree for Leaders Retreat. Thank you to the very best team in Plexus. Thank you. But do you want to know what makes me want to cry my eyes out? Is that Terry Pope and Kaylee Pope have earned the shopping spree. That Tressa has earned the shopping spree. That we have senior golds on our team that have earned it. What? That is incredible. That is incredible. Okay, so you have got to grow beyond your position and title. Level 2 is growing relationships with your people. And this is where a lot of people get stuck. Don't get stuck at level 2. Y'all listen to this. This is going to be one of the biggest things that I say today. So I want you guys to hear this. Hold on, let me mute a few people real quick. Okay, very important. Are you a naturally relational person? Like, does this come natural to you? And if you are a naturally relational person, do you put the relationship ahead of productivity? Or, because really you're gonna fall into one or two buckets. Are you relationship, you love on people and you put that in front of productivity? Or are you an achiever? Hi, it's me, that's me, who tends to put productivity ahead of people? Okay, we typically fall into one or two categories, relationship or achiever. If you're a relationship, then you're gonna put the relationship ahead of the productivity. If you're an achiever, you're gonna put the productivity ahead of the people. You gotta recognize what one you are, and you have to learn to win with both relationships and results, okay? High achievers, they want to get things done and get them done now. And they usually don't want to slow down for anything or anyone. Hop on this train because I'm going, let's go. But leading by permission requires them to do exactly that. Building relationships, it can take time. It can be slow work. Some people love it. It is harder for other people. Listen, God created us how we created us, okay? One isn't better than the other. These are skills that we can learn. So on this side, we have the achievers ignoring the relationships. But what's happening on the other side? We have our highly relational people who are there at level 2, allowing the relationships to become the end unto themselves. So the most common reason for leaders not moving up to level 3, is that they become so relational that they lose sight of the primary goal of leadership, which is helping others achieve. Did y'all hear that? The most common reason for leaders not moving up to level 3 is that they become so relational that they lose sight of the primary goal of leadership, which is helping others achieve. Level 3. Let's get into level 3, okay? Because here you are, you have your title, you're an ambassador. Level 2, you're building relationships, you're loving on your people. So many people get stuck at 2. So many people get stuck at 2. Level 3 is the production level. The key word here is results. And at this level, you are starting to be effective as a leader because you produce, you get results. You can make a significant impact on your team and on people's lives. The characteristics are that you produce by example. You are the example for those that follow you on how to be effective and how to be productive. The greatest motivational principle in the world is that people do what people see. People do what people see. People do what people see. Okay, if you are not leading the way through your activity, don't expect your team. Don't expect your team to do that. Okay, John Maxwell used this example one time and I loved it. I thought it was so good. He was like, people do what people see, and people are like travel agents, right? They want to send people out where they've never been before. You don't want to be a travel agent. You don't want to send people out where you've never been before. You want to be like a tour guide where they're coming alongside with you and you're showing them the way. Okay? You have credibility. You're modeling for them things that they want to see. You're becoming productive in your own life, and you attract people that are productive also. In the 21 irrefutable laws of leadership, there's a law called the law of magnetism. You attract who you are, not what you want. Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Are you consistent? Do you show up every day? Are you positive? Do you contribute? Not only are level 3 leaders productive individually, but they are also able to help their team produce. They can sign level 1s and then help their level 1 sign level 1s. They can move their team members from ambassador to silver to gold. Y'all, this is no joke. It's not easy. In most cases, you really need to master level 2. You need to be the team member that you want to be on your team. Leaders who are naturally good with people, you can move up to level 2 pretty easily. I was doing level 2 and you're like, holla, I got that. I'm amazing with people. I'm amazing at relationships. I love on people so well. I move people from their head to their heart all the time. But many never move from level 2 to level 3 because they get stuck producing results. So in Plexus Talk, it's like we can't get that duplication going. And when this is the case, a lot of times it's because we lack self-discipline. Stop blaming everyone else. Are you consistent? Are you showing up every day? Y'all, that's the most basic thing. Listen, doing something is better than nothing. Can you just show up every day for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour? We lack the self-discipline, the work ethic, the organization, or the skills to make it happen. So what can you do at level 3? Here are your level 3 tips, okay? Level 3 leaders help people experience success. You're gonna help people experience success with their products. If you are not plugged into the wellness community, I don't know what to say. If you're a leader, if you're a Jewel, hey Jules, okay, if you're a Jewel, or if you are a senior Ruby, or if you are a Ruby, and you have not dug into the wellness community, if you have not dug in to the unit on our team page that literally gives you step-by-step verbiage on how to take, I mean, this is like this is delighting your customer that we have talked about. I have given it to you in a package with a pretty little bow. It is the best of the best. I have taken all of the best resources, everything I've learned from everything. I've literally poured my heart and soul out to you guys, and you're not even looking at it? Like you didn't even look at it yet? What? It's been a month? Wait a second, you browsed at it, but you're not using it? You guys, come on. How can you help your people succeed if you yourself aren't even plugging in? The job of a leader is to help your team succeed. You have to cast vision continually. When was the last time you cast vision to your people? Unless it was today, you're probably overdue. I'm just saying, guilty. Y'all, every single time I do a training, I'm like mostly just training myself, okay? FYI. I'm over here giving myself a little spanking. All right, next tip for level 3. Prioritize the things that yield a high return. What is the key to being productive? Prioritizing. To be an effective level 3 leader, you've got to learn to get a lot done. You do, but not only to get a lot done, but to get the right things done. Don't waste your dang time, y'all. If you have 20 minutes to work, it better be a productive 20 minutes. So you've got to know how to prioritize time, tasks, resources, and people, okay? So if you are in group chats that are not helping you, encouraging you, creating social proofing, creating momentum, are you pouring into your level 1s first, your customers, your ambassadors? You guys, eliminate the things that you should not be doing. If you want to be a diamond, I'm sorry. Okay, don't be mad at me for saying this. I've had people get mad at me for saying this before. I'm just saying, if you want to be a diamond, if you want to be an emerald, you probably don't have time to scrub toilets. I'm just saying, like there is someone out there whose life you are going to bless so much because you are gonna be able to get in a position, and I know that there are people that cannot, I get it, okay? But I want you to work to a place where you can pay someone to come in and scrub your dang toilets, okay? Well, I'm gonna get into this rule here in a second because it's a life-changing rule. Your time is more valuable. You are in the business of changing lives. You cannot change someone's life if you are scrubbing a dang toilet, okay? Don't be mad at me. Just know my heart and know that I'm speaking in extremes and I'm talking to the masses, but I know everyone has their own individual circumstances, okay? I want you to be working in your area of strength and I want you to be helping your team do the same. So probably your area of strength isn't scrubbing toilets. And probably your team's area of strength isn't scrubbing toilets. But how are you gonna have time to do that, right? So this is the mindset that I want you guys to have. You've got to know your people to know what their strengths are. You've got to understand their strengths and weaknesses. And if you've done your work on level 2, then you should be ready, willing, and able to do those things. Okay, next tip, and this is that principle that I want to talk to you guys about. Next tip on level 3. If you want your productivity to be at the highest level possible, then you've got to work according to the 80-20 rule. Okay, this is a principle. It's the Pareto's principle. Probably pronounced that wrong, Pareto. It's a principle. This is where you spend 80% of your time on your top 20%. Okay, Pareto says the top 20% of your priorities will give you an return. If you spend 80% of your time on the top 20%, so you've got to evaluate this. You guys listen, and this is where the scrubbing toilets part comes in. If you have 10 things to do, you shouldn't be doing 10 things. You should basically be doing 20%. 2 of the 10 things are going to move you to the next level, right? 20% of your customers will bring in 80% of the profits. 20% of your team will generate 80% of your points. True. I've recruited hundreds of people. A small group of the people that I brought into this business generate 80% of the points on our team, right? Think about this. 20% of the people on your team will generate 80% of the problems. Think about that. Are you giving to the 20% that are causing drama or that are life-sucking, and they're just drama, but they're not working to become better leaders? They're not working to make an impact, right? Is that where you want to be spending your time? 20% of the team are going to generate 80% of the growth. So I want you guys to think about that. I don't want you spending your time on that wrong 20%. Think about the things, prioritize. This is all about prioritizing, okay? I want you guys to be an agent of change. Do you want growth in your business? If so, you need change to happen. And at level 3, you are in a place where you can start to affect change. You get your team in momentum, and you guys, when you gain that momentum, keep your pedal to the metal. Don't back off and just coast. Press on and increase momentum so that you can create even greater and accomplish even greater things. Leaders who reach level 3 almost always experience success, but not all of them capitalize on that success and go to the next level. To do that, they have to remain focused and productive, all while cultivating and preserving the positive relationships from level 2. And the really good ones use the production level 3 as a platform for level 4. So level 4, magic happens when you commit to develop yourself to the people in your organization. You grow a team by growing people. And when you grow them, they increase their capacity. And you can increase your capacity of what you can do and accomplish. You guys, many of us are going to struggle to achieve level 3 in leadership. I believe in you. I know that we have 94 people because you are the ones that showed up. We have 94 people here today that can achieve level 4. 100%, I believe that. Good leaders on level 4 invest their time, money, energy, and thinking into growing and developing other leaders. So many of us can get caught up in the production level of leadership, and this is where we're pouring our energy. But if you sit here, then you're going to wear yourself out, and you're going to limit the potential of your team, because it's like produce. So here we're shifting from teaching to transforming. So John Maxwell goes over this 5-step equipping process. If you adopt this process, not only will you equip leaders, you'll begin teaching them how to equip others, which sets them up to become level 4 leaders themselves. Step 1, I do it. Me, I do it. Step 2, I do it, and you do it with me. We do it together, right? That's our 3-way chats. You're helping your people, and they're 3-way chats. Step 3, you do it, and I'm with you. You lead the chat, and I'm there to help you and guide you and coach you and give you tips along the way. Step 4, you do it. Step 5, you do it, and now someone is with you, right? Because that's how we get the duplication going. So we're inviting others into the process of leadership with us. When you share the leadership on your team, it gives you something that you can only get by developing others, and that is time freedom. I love, love, love sharing leadership with the people on our team. Successful people have discovered what they are good at, and successful leaders discover what their people are good at, right? Autumn, Natalie, Andrea, they need to be leading the gut health events. They just do. Thank you. You are gifted at that. That is your strength. Take it, okay? You understand the gifts and strengths, and I come alongside of them. I'm gonna promote the event. I'm gonna support them and equip them however I can. But man, that is where they shine. That's where they need to be. Okay, level 5. This is the pinnacle. Level 5, the pinnacle. And the key word here is respect. You have done it so well with so many people for so long that people follow you because of who you are. The qualities you have in your life, and because of the things that you've done, you have a great amount of respect. Y'all, this is a lifelong journey. It is always ongoing learning. It's a growing process. So how can we be our best at level 5? This is a quote by Mother Teresa. If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are. Oh gosh, y'all. What you think of me matters so much. It just does. Like, I'm not there. Listen to that quote. If you are humble, nothing will touch you, neither praise nor disgrace, because you know what you are. Oh, when people are mean to me, it's like, I'm a wreck, you know? But it's like at level 5, you might think you've arrived and you have all the answers when you get to this level, but this is where we like guard against this and we remain teachable. Personal growth is a lifelong journey. You guys, we should always be finding at least one person who is ahead of us in leadership that we can continue to learn from. Don't we do this spiritually? Like, I have my friend that is, she's ahead of me spiritually. I need that. I want that mentor. I want her leading me and guiding me and equipping me. And I want to follow her. Can't we do that in leadership as well? Okay, so when you are growing in these levels, you've got to continue to challenge yourself and humble yourself. For example, keep on recruiting level 1 ambassadors. There's nothing that's gonna keep you as humble as getting in there and doing the do, like the main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. Nothing humbles me more than people telling me no, than me having to navigate objections with people, right? Okay, you guys have the 5 levels and you can see how each one leads to the next. But if I were you, I would be thinking, what level am I on? Okay, I'm about to blow your minds, okay? Here, this is so important. You're not at the same level with every person. Surprise! I don't get to just be a level 5 leader. I've arrived, check, that's not how it works. Leadership is dynamic and it varies from person to person. So have y'all ever cast a vision with your team and you've gotten different responses to the same piece of communication? I literally will cast vision to some people and they're like, yes, I see it. Let's go. Let's run. I believe. I'm all in. And then other people are like, what? No. Right? People respond to you based on the level of leadership you are with them. So think about it. If you're a rock star mom, you might be a level 4 with your kids. But if you are, hey, an absentee Ruby, hey, you might be a level 1 with your team. But here's the cool thing. If you have reached level 4 with a group of people, any group of people, you already know how to get there because you've done it before. You can move up the levels much more quickly than the previous time. How cool is that, since our business is duplication, right? So if you've gotten to level 3 with someone, you can get to level 3 with someone else. If you've gotten to level 4 with someone, then you can get to level 4 with someone else and much faster even. So here's what I want you guys to do. I want you to take the people that you lead. I want you to put their names down on a piece of paper. And I want you to ask yourself, what level am I with this person? This is not like black and white, okay? It's not gonna be exact, but do your best. But after you know what level you are on with your people, then you're gonna know how to best lead them. So let's assume that we are all starting today at level 1. Let me ask you, who do you need to build relationships with on your team? And what can you do to build that? Because this is where we start. You guys, this company needs more level 5 leaders. Every time you develop a leader, you are making a difference in this world, because level 5 leaders do more. They use their leadership success as a platform for something greater. They are able to leave a lasting legacy, not only in our company, but in this world. And if you develop leaders who take what they've learned and use it to develop other leaders, there's no telling what kind of impact you'll have or how long that impact will last. And that is my heart for you, and that is my heart for this team. So here's to a Zoom full of future level 5 leaders. I love you guys. Happy Halloween. Have an amazing day. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, Melissa. We love you.
Love you guys.